Okay, so in this video we're going to look at clinching and using major and minor points of control to obviously control your opponent. We're going to look at this from a Greco Roman wrestling point of view when we're considering it for MMA. So the thing with Greco Roman and the rules, you're not allowed to control below the waist. You're not allowed to touch the legs. You can step inside and control with your legs, but you're not allowed to wrap a leg with a leg or use your hands to control the legs. So it's all about upper body control, which when we're looking to clinch is obviously really important. And when you combine that with the clinching tie, so making space to throw strikes, kind of put it together and you get a perfect system of control for MMA. So if we're thinking about how to control an opponent, we want to think Greco Roman wrestling, upper body control, and using major and minor points of control. Okay? So the first thing is we want to think about the major points of control. The first major point of control is controlling the head. Anytime I can control the head, I can control my partner. So the first point of control is here. And again, we simply say neck control or head control. So either side. So if I control single neck tie, again, I'm going to be able to dominate my opponent. If I can move his head, wherever his head goes, the body's going to follow. So I can control with just single neck tie. Double neck tie, which you wouldn't really use in Greco-Roman, but obviously in MMA or Thai boxing, even more control where you can completely dominate your opponent's head. So I can have a single point of control or a double point of control. Okay, so the next point of control is under the arms. So if I can control the underhooks, as we'll think of it, so we'll call that control point 2 in this case. So anytime I can control underneath an opponent's arm, control his shoulder, I can control the position and force him where I want to go. Okay, and obviously even better, if I can get 2 points of control, I can get double underhooks, I can control the whole body, control it as high as possible, dominate the opponent's position. Okay, the next point of control is going to be the hips. So we're going to go across here. Point 3, that's going to be a body lock. So if I can just lock up my opponent's hips, it's similar to having double underhooks, but just getting that hip control, elbows tucked in and controlling the waist. Again, I can lift, I can turn, I can control the movement. Okay? But that's only going to count as one point of control. And then the final one, if I can control in between my partner's legs or my opponent's legs. So if I can step in, split the legs, I can control their base. Again, in Greco-Roman, you're not allowed to hook. But if I can step inside, dominate the position from the inside, again, it's going to affect their balance and ability to move. So in this case, we're going to go here, control position 4. Okay? So I can look at putting them together. So like I said, obviously I'm very rarely going to go double necktie in Greco-Roman. In MMA we're going to. So it's valid there. But I might control one on the head and the underhook, and then I can tie up and have a pinch headlock position. I might control double underhooks. So I've got 2 points of control. Split the leg, stepping in deep. So 3 points of control to completely control the opponent. Or control around the waist. In Greco they'll call it a high dive, so stepping deep between the legs, splitting the legs, controlling around the waist, and again in a perfect position to lift, turn and take the opponent down. Okay, so any combination of those major points of control are always going to be dominant. Then we can add in that various minor points of control along the way. So an example may be inside bicep control. So a common position to start, single neck tie, inside bicep or collar and elbow tie up if you like. So controlling the head, controlling inside, controlling the bicep. So that's controlling here. May control the elbow, so I can post on the elbow. So neck tie, post, splitting the legs, as many of you done before. Or I can hook the elbow and use it to pull. So if I was getting the underhook, pulling the elbow round if I was going to turn in to attempt to throw. Okay. And then the final one that we'll look at for now, minor point of control, wrist control. Okay. And quite often that's going to be the initial control when we start. So just like in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'm looking to progress along a hierarchy of positions, similar with this. Quite often you're going to look to control minor points of control first. I can't just walk in, double underhooks to take my opponent down straight away. I may need to control the wrists first, so I might get double wrist control, 2 minor points of control. From there I might pummel through, take an underhook, still controlling the wrist, 1 major point of control, 1 minor point of control. Might be able to split the legs, get that second point of major control, still controlling the wrist, and then work to either pummel to the second underhook, control the head for a major point of control, or go straight for the takedown from there. So whatever position I'm in, whatever control I've got, I'm looking to progress from minor points of control to major points of control, as many as possible, to dominate my opponent, to then progress position or attempt to take down.